What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I want to have a conversation with you guys about why I think that traditional media is dying, and then also why you can't trust a lot of these celebrities or the people that you then exalt or you put on this pedestal, because they will let you down and they will actually sell you out to $1. And I've always believed that you don't have to chase money. You just chase your purpose. You chase doing the right thing. You chase good character. And you also pray for good character. You don't have to pray for money, you pray for good character, because character is the thing that's gonna keep you where your talent is taking you. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get into spaces where, you're gonna be asked to compromise your values, or you're gonna be asked to take $1, and you're gonna think that it's justified because it's money, right? And who don't want money? Because you need money in order to live and survive and thrive and all of this stuff, and you wanna be able to take care of your kid and all of this stuff, right? But at what cost? Because that's not the question that we ask ourselves in society as content creators and so on and so forth. Now, I get it, because a lot of people will say, well, I'll never do it and all of this stuff. BS. BS. Majority of people, I think well over a 90% clip, maybe over 97% clip of people will sell out for $1. And what I mean by sell out is that they'll actually go against the thing that they would initially not went against when they get some money that's put into it. I'll give you an example, right? In this election, I'm starting to see the campaign finance records come through, and it's being reported on several different outlets, including the New York Times and all of these other sites, right? And so I'm deep diving in it, and I'm very interested in it, and I don't see a lot of content creators covering it, and I don't see a lot of news agencies covering it, because I believe that they are all compromised too. And what happens is they'll sell you a narrative and say, hey, this is the person that I'm rocking with, or this is the person that you should rock with, but they won't disclose the fact that they've been paid to do so. And it's nothing wrong with making money, but you got to do it the right way. And you can't have people believing that you believe something simply because you getting paid for it. You see what I'm saying? So I've been watching, and there's people with these massive platforms like Roland Martin and Rickey, Smiley. I wouldn't say that they massive, because when you say massive, you got to say Mr. Beast. You can even say Logan Paul and those type of people. So there's different definitions of massive, but they have pretty significant reach, and people actually believe in them. They trust in them. They say, yeah, man, this person said this or this person said that. But are they saying something that's a talking point from somebody else? Are they being fed that information? I had an opportunity to interview a presidential candidate this previous election, and I turned it down. I actually turned it down, believe it or not. And the reason that I turned it down is not because I was offered anything in particular, but because I, within myself, knew that I wouldn't be able to ask the question, or I wouldn't feel comfortable asking certain questions. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it would actually compromise my integrity. And so in order to be able to do that, then I just decided not to. And you can see how other platforms was compromised, because it was basically fed the questions to ask. So for example, All the Smoke, right? And I hate to bring them up, but I got to bring them up because she appeared on the platform, or Shannon Sharp. And on one hand, you could say, oh man, it was great that they interviewed a presidential candidate and Kamala Harris and stuff like that. But on the other hand, they got killed by the people because it was asking fluff questions. And so was it a net negative or was it a positive? Because you got the interview, but you fumbled the interview, because the thing that you could have built momentum off of, which is the authenticity and letting people honestly be who they are, such as the Cat Williams and stuff like that, or, All the Smoke, they've had some great segments and stuff that I think that they, is like, you were so giddy and you were so focused on it. And again, it's not even whether or not they just feeding you the questions. It's that if you a fan, then you probably shouldn't interview these people. Or you should just say, hey, I'm a fan and I'm just glad that you're here, and that's just all that's to it. But if you're actually trying to get some substance, some source, journalistic integrity, and that's why a lot of people are in this podcast game, because they just want to make money and they not necessarily really love this shit. I love this more than when I first started well over 10 years ago. I love what I do more than when I first started 10 years ago. And that's why I'm more of what I was back then, because even though I may have evolved as a person, my core beliefs and my core values haven't changed. And I love the game more than I love the people that jump in and out of it. I love the game more than the people, the people that jump in and out of it. I'm not swayed by your celebrity. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, who you are. If anybody ever kicks it with me in person, you know that what I am is 100% authentic, whatever that is, whether you like me, whether you hate me. It's a lot of people that tune into what I do on these platforms and stuff like that. And they say, Anton, I don't like it. And even on the Millionaire Morning Show, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I tell my mods, don't censor people because they got an opinion. And just because it may be different than mine, as long as it's not disrespectful, as long as they're not talking about nobody's children, as long as they're not, disrespecting nobody's spouse, let them rock. Let them do their thing. But so many people miss their integrity. So I see Al Sharpton, for example, and he old, so he probably just trying to make as much money as he possibly can for whatever reason that he can make it. And I see Al Sharpton got $500,000, and then they cloak it by saying, well, we gave it to his nonprofit or his company. Roland Martin got $350,000. All of these celebrities is getting all of these millions of dollars, but then they parade them out there and they say, hey, vote for this person because they're for reproductive rights. Man, these people are stealing from y'all. Y'all donated to their campaign, and then they stealing from y'all. And I'm not talking about performance or comedian or something like that. I'm talking about when they go home and they jump on a live stream, on Instagram Live or YouTube Live and all of this stuff, and they say, yeah, man, and I can't believe it. They're being paid to do so. Now, if you go and you're doing a performance like Glorilla, let me give a little bit of breathing room. Glorilla came in, did her job, and went home. Now, it's y'all fault for actually rocking with it and voting based off of a free concert. You see what I'm saying? So she promoting the album, she getting the bag. Her job is to make as much money as she possibly can. Cool. But when these people are up here, you know what I'm saying, canvassing for you guys, man, I'm telling you, bro, we originally heard that Oprah's company, Harpo Productions, got $1 million. Actually, they saying it's reported that they got up to $2.5 million. And then she'll say, well, no, I didn't receive a dime. Your company did because listen, all I'm saying is integrity matters. It counts. And it's nothing wrong with getting a bag. It's nothing wrong with getting paid. But when you selling yourself or you selling your people short because it's not actually something that's beneficial for you or beneficial for them, and you know better, but you willing to still sell them on it and have them do it because you trying to get a bag, that's when it becomes a problem. I'm never going to put people in harm's way, and I'm never going to say something that I don't believe in. Even with the products or the sponsorships that I may get, I have to actually like it and believe in the product in order for me to sell it versus just throwing it out to the people for the sake of getting the bag. That's so stupid. And I don't know. I guess I'm just different. I guess I think differently. I've never got any money from any PAC, any paid person, any super PAC or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I've always made sure that people was taken care of. I try to do business to where everybody is comfortable. I don't have a respect to persons. If you come here and you're doing an interview or something like that, I always make sure that people is treated right. And there's nobody that can throw smut on my name and say that I've ever done bad business. But on top of that, journalistic integrity matters. And I don't necessarily consider myself a journalist. I'm an entertainer and I give my opinion. But I think that we need to be more transparent. That's why I always show the receipts. And I got to be real. All of the people that y'all look at as y'all heroes is paid plants. And it's unfortunate, it's disrespectful, and they don't respect the game. It's always rules to the game. I don't care if you're in a drug game. I don't care if you're in a content creation game. I don't care if you're in a fight game. I don't care if you play sports. I don't care what it is. It's always rules to the game, and you don't break those rules. And the fact that we just letting people do it in the sake and in the name of content is unfortunate to me. But I'm gonna continue to be who I am, and I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be, and we're gonna build this slowly, we're gonna build it organically, and we want people that's rocking with us because we got integrity and we actually believe in what we say regardless of whether you got an opinion that's different from ours. And we're not an echo chamber. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure you tap into the Patreon, link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. We really use Teach Hanley and we rock with it. I would never have y'all rocking with a product that I don't use myself. And then last but not least, make sure that you get your tickets. Come and see me December 14th in Detroit. I love you. I appreciate you. Can't wait to kick it with y'all. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments.